All right, so then let's talk a little bit about just modes and features itself, right? Like, you can't help but notice with Smash how many, like, I think what impressed me most as a reviewer was, man, I could just keep jumping into other modes to play. I can do multi-man Smash. I can do something like classic mode or all-star mode. Let's talk about those. What do you guys think of that?
I definitely think that every mode had its own reward, that there wasn't one place you had to like grind if you want to get custom specials. You can get custom moves and equipment or powers in every mode, whether it's the roulette wheel in Classic or find them in Smash Run, or even the Trophy Rush, even the Streets Passing game, you would win rewards for it, like either coins or even like custom moves and stuff. And I think that's great because they don't shoehorn one area where you have to go to play. Every area is viable, whether you're just playing for fun, playing to get more items or unlock more things, or doing the challenges. I think it's
Even
great.
in the middle of a match, they'll drop a custom move. And I remember the other day, we all just ran for it. Who's gonna get it first?
No, it's a good feeling taking stuff away from Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's good that they also kind of slightly gear towards who you're playing as in terms of unlocking things. If you're playing as Ganondorf and you want those cool moves, play him in Smash Run, and the most stuff you get will be his custom specials.
Okay, all right. What about you guys? What modes do you find yourself sort of jumping in and out of, or?
Well, so I'm sort of a slave to what that challenge menu tells me to do. Like that thing pops up and it goes beat Classic with every single character, and I go, well, here I go. And then I go, oh crap, there's like 1,000 characters. So I'm going through one by one right now, and I think I have 11 characters left in Classic to beat everything with everyone. And it does get repetitive. But that's my dumb brain being like completionist. You've got to get 100% in this game. You got to get everything. So I find myself playing that, and I also find myself doing a lot of Trophy Rush stuff. Because to me, like it's sort of understated, but like I don't even want to say this, but I would buy a Nintendo game that was just a collectathon for trophies. Like, you could get rid of all the Smash Brothers stuff. You can get rid of everything else. Make it for me. I don't care. And give me something where I can just unlock trophies that are like little toys, and then I can read about them and learn about them, and then get more and more, and then collect them and trade them, and Street Pass and get more and stuff like that. So yeah, I find myself like it's kind of weird. Like the actual multiplayer Smash stuff is like the least interesting to me. Compared to a lot of the other modes, which is just sort of like unlocking characters, unlocking moves, unlocking trophies, and collecting coins.
Quick shout out, you mentioned reading the trophies. Like the translation on the trophy, like the info is hilarious.
Oh, it's really awesome.
Go and read some
really
of those trophies. They're really funny.
Yeah. No, they're definitely following sort of current things that maybe people have posted on Miiverse, like Metroid's crawling and things like that.
Yeah.
One thing we sort of missed in our first discussion, I want to get in here really quick though, is one of my pieces of criticism was that with 4 players on screen, it is difficult to track. What do you guys think of that? Did that affect you? Did you eventually get over that? Did you not have that problem at all?
I'm actually okay with it. Where it screws me up is when you're in a stage that adds like an arbitrary 5th character, like the Earthbound stage.
Oh yeah.
Brings in that stupid bird, that big bird. And then there's the Find Me stage where all of a sudden a dragon starts beating you up, or the Tomodachi Life stage where there's a bunch of guys running around in the background. I think that some thought could have been put into some of those stages to maybe pare down some of the background elements a little bit to keep the foreground more prevalent. But I do think that 3 players is kind of the sweet spot for me, from what I've learned. 4 gets a little crazy, and I feel like if 2 people pick the same character in a 4-player mode, even if they're differently colored, like forget about it. It gets too crazy for me.
What about you, Mike?
4 is way too much for me. I like 2 and 3. If you have items on and the dynamic stages, it's a little bit too crazy. And like, unlike these guys, I basically only do multiplayer matches. I mean, I mess around with some of the other modes, but I love playing with other people. So it's gotten to a point where one guy kind of sits out. It's like, well, you can play too, but we won't be able to see what's going on.
Yeah. I think I can handle 4 players with certain characters. There are some fighters that the minutia of their attacks are very dependent on what's going on, like the Duck Hunt, like the can that you kick and you hit the target blast.
Yeah.
If you're in a 4-player match, you can't even tell where that can went.
No.
And it can be really good if people like get confused and they get hit by it, but it can be bad for you to go, okay, where is it? Should I press B now or wait? And then like Robin's tomes, if you use them too much, they go away, and you can't see his hand half the time because it's so small. I think on the Wii U would be probably better because you'll be able to see up close and you have that better screen resolution. But with some of these characters, it can be pretty hard. That said, team battles, I can actually tell really easily who's on whose team.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way they went around the outlines and the hues,
It's a good feature.
they work really well.